From a young age, we're taught to fit in, to conform, to meet certain standards. The world constantly sends us messages about what we should do, what we should be, and who we should impress. The fear of judgment often makes us second-guess our actions, limiting our potential. But let's ask ourselves, how much of this pressure is really ours? How often do we hold ourselves back from pursuing our true passions, not because we lack ability, but because we're afraid of how others might perceive us? What if the key to happiness wasn't following society's script but breaking free from it? Montaigne challenges us to think about life differently. By freeing ourselves from the weight of external expectations, we can step into our true selves. Montaigne's wisdom tells us that we don't need to fit into a mold. In fact, when we stop trying to control every moment, life has a way of surprising us with the unexpected. Now, let's make one thing clear: not caring doesn't mean becoming lazy, indifferent, or uninvolved. It's not about shutting down or withdrawing from life. Instead, it's about shifting our energy away from seeking validation and approval. Montaigne's philosophy teaches us that self-acceptance and inner peace are the true foundations of a meaningful life. The more we let go of our need to be perfect, the more we embrace our imperfections. This doesn't mean giving up, it means living life on your own terms, without the exhausting need to prove anything to anyone. By releasing the constant need for approval, we stop overanalyzing every action. We stop second-guessing ourselves and, in turn, free up mental energy to focus on what really matters. One of the most intriguing aspects of Montaigne's philosophy is the paradox he presents. The more you stop caring about external validation, the more powerful and magnetic you become. Think about the people you know who seem to live effortlessly. They don't constantly worry about what others think. Instead, they exude confidence and authenticity. This is because people are naturally drawn to authenticity. When you stop trying to control everything, you open up space for life to flow naturally. This allows you to take risks, make decisions with confidence, and express yourself without fear. The less you worry about the little things, the need to be perfect, the fear of judgment, the more you gain the freedom to live fully in the moment. Let's take a moment to consider a real-life example. Think of some of the most iconic figures in history. These were people who faced failure, rejection, and misunderstandings, but they didn't let those obstacles define them. They didn't obsess over their flaws or spend time worrying about public perception. Consider Albert Einstein. As a child, he struggled academically and was seen as a poor student. But he didn't let societal standards define his future. Instead, he followed his curiosity, embraced his unique way of thinking, and revolutionized the world of science. Or think of Steve Jobs. Known for his audacity to challenge conventional thinking, Jobs didn't care about fitting into the mold of a typical CEO. Instead, he pursued what he was passionate about, disregarding the judgments and rejections that came his way. And in doing so, he changed the way we communicate, work, and live. Both of these figures found success not by conforming but by letting go of societal pressure and following their authentic selves. Montaigne encourages us to embrace uncertainty, release control, and stop resisting life. It's easy to get caught in the trap of trying to predict every outcome, but life is unpredictable. The more we try to control everything, the more we miss out on the beauty and unpredictability that life offers. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that all the fears and expectations you've been carrying aren't even real. What if we stopped worrying about what could go wrong, and instead, embraced what could go right? This isn't about apathy, it's about choosing to focus on what matters. The freedom that comes from letting go is not just in releasing fears but also in creating space for new opportunities to arise. You might think that detachment from external validation would make us more isolated, but in reality, it creates deeper connections with others. The more we stop trying to control how others see us, the more genuine our relationships become. True connection isn't about managing others' perceptions of us, it's about allowing people to be who they are without trying to change them. When we stop imposing our expectations on others, we allow for a freer, more authentic connection. In relationships, this means letting go of the need for constant validation. Instead of seeking approval or constantly trying to fix things, we learn to accept others as they are, and in turn, we allow ourselves to be accepted. Here's the real kicker: the more we let go of control, the more we gain. Think about it. When you stop fearing failure, you take risks. When you stop trying to control outcomes, you allow for more opportunities to come your way. And when you stop worrying about what others think, you find a deeper sense of peace. The paradox here is simple: when we stop chasing after things, they often come to us naturally. True success, peace, and happiness aren't achieved by force. They come when we release the grip we have on life and allow it to unfold as it is meant to. In the end, Montaigne's philosophy isn't just about letting go. It's about gaining freedom, clarity, and authenticity. It's about living life on your own terms, releasing unnecessary worries, and embracing life's unpredictability. So ask yourself, what can you let go of today? What fears, attachments, or worries have been weighing you down? The moment you stop caring about the things that don't serve you, the things that truly matter will find their way to you. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and follow for more videos.